Hello, fellow Seekers and Guardians. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful Father's Day for those of you who celebrates that. Um, in this video, I'm going to read this article that says Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has a big lesson to teach Kingdom Hearts. Now, I've watched both Spider-Verse films, and I gotta say, both really amazed me. They both wowed me. I cannot wait for the third one to be released. Um, it's amazing, and I love it. And as you guys know, I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. Otherwise, this channel would not be existing. So let's watch this, shall we? Or read this article, shall we? Square Enix IP Cross Epic franchise has been developed amongst fans for over 20 years, and the release of Kingdom Hearts 4 promises to take the series in an exciting new direction. Casual observers and dedicated players alike may find it hard to keep track to the various entries in the Kingdom Hearts franchise along with their fluctuating chronologically and varying formats. But this hasn't stopped the series from gathering a dedicated fan base. I mean, even as a person who's been like Kingdom Hearts fan since Kingdom Hearts 1 was essentially a PlayStation 2 exclusive, it can get like pretty confusing of, okay, what game's coming out? I need to at least watch the cutscenes. Okay, I need to watch the cutscenes for this. Okay, I need to get this, need patience to this. Like, it can get hard to keep up with the various Kingdom Hearts properties at times. But I still am in love with the Kingdom Hearts series, faults and all. Um, the mixture of both Disney and Square Enix properties, in addition to original content, has proven to be a potent one, even if it means there's an intimidating amount of lore to keep track of. Well, the announcement of Kingdom Hearts 4 is on the way. Gamers know they have another chapter of Sora's adventures, with his myriad of friends to look forward to at some point. With 13 other games in the franchise already and an upcoming sequel that will kick off the Lost Master arc and introduce the Road of Quadratum, players might be feeling a little overwhelmed already. With so many established characters and undoubtedly more on the way, Kingdom Hearts 4 would do well to follow the recent release Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse example when it comes to handling a massive cast. Oh, so this is more like a cast issue than anything. Okay. So, now we're getting to the Across the Spider-Verse cast. Sony's 2018 mega hit Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was a culture-shaping release that provided a fresh take on the oversaturated superhero market. Its distinct comic book style, animation, banging soundtrack, and sophisticated storytelling all combined to create something truly special, and fans have been desperate for a sequel ever since. It may have taken a few years, but the release of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse showed that the creative team behind the first film was far from a one-hit wonder. Not only did the sequel significantly up the ante, but it managed to seemingly juggle a ridiculously large cast of characters as well. I feel like Across the Spider-Verse is like one of those rare breeds that not only can if you watch the first movie seamlessly, it seamlessly takes you you can watch Across the Spider-Verse after Into the Spider-Verse and it will be seamlessly connected to the first film. And I feel like, and this could easily be the nostalgia side of me saying this, that Across the Spider-Verse in some ways is better than Into the Spider-Verse, in my humble opinion. I enjoy it. If you guys haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, you guys should do that. You guys would do yourselves a service by doing that. I know this is a Kingdom Hearts channel, but still, you guys would do yourself a service if you guys watch Into and Across the Spider-Verse. Getting back to the article. While the majority of astonishingly large numbers of Spider People were only seen in the background, and during the frantic chase sequence when Miles Morales attempted to escape Nufa world of Earth 928 and return home, there was still a decent group of brand new characters that audience were able to get to know. The story might have centered around Miles, Gwen, and the antagonist, Miguel, but even side figures like Spider-Woman, Spider-Man India, and Spider-Punk had their own arcs and character development. Spider-Punk is particularly quickly became a favorite with fans, showing a blueprint that Kingdom Hearts 4 and subsequent sequels could use moving forward. So, how Kingdom Hearts could learn from Across the Spider-Verse. Although Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse introduced a lot of new characters, like a shit ton, the film still managed to get audiences to care about them and root for them. Even with a small amount of screen time, fans felt like they knew what characters like Spider-Punk were about and where they fit into the wider web of the narrative. Pun intended. In contrast, other ensemble films and games haven't managed to achieve this so successfully, making certain characters feel unnecessary or including them in a clumsy ways. While the Kingdom Hearts franchise hasn't mostly been able to rely on recognizable faces from existing properties, the familiarity hasn't always helped insert them neatly into the game story. As infamous example is Kairi, who might be an original character in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, but is someone many fans felt was largely useless. When it comes to his character, this is characters. Oh, before I continue, because I was saying even when I was streaming Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'll keep on saying this until I'm blue in the face. I want a Kingdom Hearts game that has Kairi in it, right? That has Kairi in it. That's not only we get to play as her for a little bit, where it's like a rhythm-based game, like in this game. Even though I do say that this game is a really good game, but in the Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLC, we can play as Kairi, right? For a little bit. Because, spoiler warning, for those of you who hasn't played or seen the cutscenes of the Remind DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3, in Kingdom Hearts 3, there are moments when you get to choose to be either Sora or a different character, right? Well, one of those characters, you get to be Kairi, and you get to move her, control her, use her focus, heal her by controlling her, and attacking a certain boss. Now, I won't reveal who the boss is, because if you guys haven't played the game, I don't want to spoil which boss comes in that you get to control Kairi as in the Remind DLC. But my point still stands. I want to get more of that, more of us being able to control Kairi and using her, and being able to use her like how we've been able to use Sora the past 20 years, 21 years. I think Kairi has a lot of potential, and I feel like now we can start on reaching those potentials and unlocking new potentials, if that makes sense. So I am a strong advocate for Kairi was a line character, and she might have been useless a few times here and there in the series prior. But let's give her like more of a use. Like I like what they did in the Remind DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3. I liked what we were able to control her the little time we did in this rhythm based game. Let's go back to how like we were able to control the characters in the previous Kingdom Hearts games, right? Before this, even though this is a fun game, I surely recommend, especially if you guys are new to Kingdom Hearts. This will easily help catch you up a bit. But I want to see like Kairi getting like take more of a center stage, which is also why I have also been an advocate for if like Sora taking back seat, either him retiring for some reason or like him dying. And this time for good and not temporary, like we saw in Kingdom Hearts 1. And have like Kairi take front and center because I want to see Kairi reach her potential, which has been massively untapped thus far, in my opinion. That said, I'll read the rest of this article. When it comes to his characters, this is something Kingdom Hearts 4 needs to avoid at all costs, as even though some think Kairi still brings something to the table, and frequently puts herself in harm's way for her friends, players don't want characters who feel unnecessary when there is already such a large cast. Again! Make her a playable character, make her front and center, could potentially easily remedy that. Kairi feeling like an unnecessary character, Phil. Just saying. With potentially more properties to add and original characters to introduce, Kingdom Hearts 4 has a tread a fine line between stacking the cast with interesting characters while still making sure each one is memorable and has enough time to shine as well. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4 is still in development, and I'm not like I said, I'm not going to this does make a good point about how like the Spyverse felt like, even though it had a crap ton of characters, it made it feel like each character that was introduced had their own role to play. And I feel like for the most part, especially with the main characters, I feel like Kingdom Hearts has done that, but I have to agree that Kingdom Hearts could take a page off across the Spyverse book and making even the seemingly unimportant characters feel extremely important. So, not only based on nostalgia, just have a bigger role. Feel like they have a bigger role to play, even if they don't have a big role. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I'm gonna shut my ass up. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another, and may your hearts be your guiding keys.